Okay, students, I think we can start. So I hope all of you had nice coffee break. Whether you had your snacks, everything. Come on,
Yes, sir.
good, nice. Now you are changed yourself according to the entrepreneurship style. You are ready to be an venturing person. Hmm? You are ready to impress others. That is very important thing here. Okay, dear students. So this hour we are going to discuss the different types of venture capitalists in India. This is also useful for you because you may know the names of the venture capitalists, how it has been evolved in India. Then we are going to see clearly who are all the new venture capitalists, who are all financing for your business. It is also mentioned in your syllabus. We are going to discuss that one. Okay, the development of venture capital in India. How this idea of venture capitalist entered into India. That is the first one. So you can see the example here. The first concept of venture capital in India is conceived by the IDBI, used to call it as Industrial Development Bank of India. This IDBI in the year 1987 introduced this concept, that is the venture capital, because the banks are reluctant to issue or even grant loan for the venture capital. I told the example in case of 1980s. That's why when we were studying, I was studying, they used to tell us if you want to do any business, you have to approach the banks only. Banks will ask for pledging some securities, anything. So in those days, they find very difficult, especially in 1980s. So in 1987, they introduced the concept of venture capital. Even then, it was not like angel investing or getting the equity, but the government levied 5% cess on all know-how import payments to create the venture fund. Government itself charge 5% of the amount they are investing among the entrepreneurs in those days. So it is not free of cost or it is not profit sharing in those days. If they are giving the fund, you have to repay along with 5%. Indirectly, it is in the form of loan only. Even the ICICI, I think you know about that one, ICICI Bank, Industrial Credit and Investment Corporation of India. This bank also created the same venture capital in this year. They floated a separate organization. That means they created a separate group called ICICI Venture Capital, and they used to provide funds for the entrepreneurs. So first concept is central government controlled one. You are seeing some example. These are all controlled by the central government, that is Union Government of India. All these things now coming under the Make in India scheme. Now recently the government from 2016 onwards, they are calling us Make in India. If you are having a new product, you can share with the Innovation Council. In Innovation Council, your idea will be there. Anybody can see. And if you are demonstrating before these people, ICICI Venture Funds, IFCI Venture Capital Funds, that is Indian Financial Corporation, SIDBI, Small Industries Development Bank of India, and These venture capitals are promoted by the government. But most of the private venture capitals are giving fund now. We have discussed in the today's news. Only the private venture capital they are financing in huge amount as well as equity participation. They are asking 20% of your profit. That is also possible. But these are all called the central government organization, union government. Nowadays, we used to call it as created for the purpose of Make in India scheme. Next one is state government. Now, almost all the states are having, but the first state to introduce this venture capital in India was Punjab. Of course, in case of Punjab in Chandigarh, they introduced the Punjab Infotech Venture Fund. It is fully supported by state government and it is in the form of equity as well as in the form of subsidiary also. That you must know. Even it is in the form of subsidy. Subsidy means you need not return the money. Then the Gujarat government introduced the Gujarat Venture Capitals. Then the followed by the Kerala Venture Capital. These states are the pioneers, of course. Gujarat Venture Finance was very topmost, especially not only in Gujarat but also in Mumbai. They commenced number of organizations even recently. And these state governments are nowadays they are having their own venture capitals, but it is controlled by some other organization. Say for example, in case of Karnataka, there it is controlled by Karnataka Financial State Corporation, not directly by the anybody. So state governments is also controlling this venture capital. Of course, most of them are saying that it is very tough to get the amount from these venture capitalists. I don't know. Recently, some of the study mentioned that except in Punjab Infotech, all the state governments, there are some sort of red tapism is going on. We don't know clearly. Then another one, public banks. I told first itself, if your bank rejected your proposal, then only you will go for the venture capital. Here, you can see nowadays bank also changed their view. Banks also converted a, a separate fund and they established the venture capital funds. Very good example, Canara Bank, which is headquartered in Bangalore because Bangalore is the hub for most of the startups. So you are privileged to be here. And this Canara Bank introduced the Can Bank Venture Capital Fund. Then followed by the State Bank of India. Now almost all the banks, ICICI Bank, Axis Bank, even private banks, they are also having their own venture capital funds. But these banks, they are the first to introduce. Then the private sector companies, that is very important. The private sector, what we discussed in the today's news, Atria, even Tiger Global, these organizations are the private sector companies. These private sector companies entered into Indian scenario in late 2000 only, especially 2010. But it was flourishing, especially in case of Bangalore. Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, most of the private sectors are dominating. And these startups, they are getting fund from these people only because they are asking for profit sharing. When the profit is coming down, they are ready to sell your business. That is very interesting thing. ILFS was the first organization. They created one organization under the private sector to finance. Likewise, Infinity Venture India is the second biggest one. in those days when it was introduced. But now the Tiger Global is dominating. We will see Infinity Venture India, and they are ready to finance for mostly the software. Infinity Venture Fund. Then overseas venture capital from abroad. Even foreign companies, they are coming to India. They are identifying the startups from Indian side, and they are investing here also. I think most of you know the HSBC private equity. They they are in India, of course. They entered through the Mauritius. Through Mauritius, they entered into India, and they are doing funding number of organization, including some, I think, Zomato also something. They funded the private organization successfully. These are all the different classifications of venture capital firms. Let us see how they are functioning. One infographics is there. Bangalore continues to be the startup capital of India. You are in the startup capital of India. And here, in case of Bangalore, 30% of the venture capitalists are from India, but 50% of the A, B, C series they are providing in India. A very good example in case of Flipkart, we have seen that one. Walmart, 16 billion acquisition of Flipkart, because when the Flipkart decided to exit, they sold over to Walmart. That was the very, very biggest one so far in India. The biggest funding received was by the Flipkart. Of course, they sold away their business. That was the biggest one so far in India. But the problem with the venture capitalists, most of the startups still they are saying the same concept. That is why this cartoon is saying that one. There are a number of venture capitalists in India, but the entrepreneurs are struggling till now. Why? Still now, nobody got the answer for that one. You can see that is why this cartoon reflect that one. Right, raising venture capital is either like banging your head against a wall. You get that one. Until cash comes out or getting buried in so much money, you have you have to shovel your way out. See that one. That is what the entrepreneurs are saying about the venture capital. Government is saying there are so much venture capitalists are in India. Why you are once again approaching government? The reason is venture capitalists, they are very, very clear. They are very particular about their profit, whether they are able to gain profit or not, whether some revolution will come. They are expecting fourth wave, fifth wave. If your business is super, Ola wave is said to be the fourth mega wave, because nobody expected Ola. When Ola was introduced, everybody was ready to fund because the concept was different, and there was not even a single competitor by that time. It is going to be dominated everywhere in major cities. That is why Ola received a huge funding from the organization. That is why it depends upon the change, whether you are able to transform everything, a transformation change. If you are able to transform entire business, then you will get more funding. This is the drawback from the Indian side they used to mention. Let us see main venture capital deals in India. I think some of you know the OYO. Like Ola, the OYO when it was introduced, it got $1,500 million Main investor is of course SoftBank and RA Hospitality. See that one. Most of the plants are worked well if you are working in the aggregator concept. Aggregator concept means if you are combining most of the people. Ola merged with number of drivers, everybody. Oyo mingled hands with number of organization, restaurants, tourism places. But Oyo is facing lot of problems at present because of this COVID. But SoftBank created a very good fund and they invested in the Oyo. Followed by Paytm, once again the Alibaba from Chinese investment. It attracted a huge investment from China and the SoftBank. Udon, Delhi, very Lenskart, UK. These are all the organization which received a huge funding from venture capitals. Why we are studying that one? Because you must know what type of business you have to create, your dream. Likewise, in case of India, you can see the top venture funds, of course, from outside only. Anderson, Horowitz, they are the topmost one. Of course, recently it is not providing fund. Secure Capital, it is ranked number one after I think in 2020 statistics. We'll see that one also. Axel, Benchmark, even General Catalyst NIA, KPCB, Koshala Ventures, Greylock Partners, and the Greylock Partners usually in the form of loan. They used to give in the form of debt capital. Debt capital means loan. They are giving more funds in case of India, but 2020 statistics reveals some difference. Recently, one of the statistics shows that from 2015 to 2020, how much capital they invested. CQ, which is very famous now, they are running every month venture capital show in Bangalore. If you are having a new idea, if you apply to CQ, immediately they will call for demo. It is located in Bangalore also, in Whitefield. They are doing very good service. Every month they are organizing the venture capital show. It is equivalent to a bidding also nowadays. Followed by ASL, headquarters located in Navi Mumbai, of course in Gurugram and Delhi area. Saif Partners, centered with Hyderabad, now doing everywhere. Nexus in Bangalore, Kalari, IDG from Mumbai, Lightspeed, once again from Matrix. So most of the Bangalore corporations are ranking. They are providing more. Matrix, nice thing. Even they are providing nice capital for the upcoming startups. They are organizing innovation idea contest and they are sponsoring for most of the organization for organizing the innovation. If any idea is good, they are picking up that from and they are ready to sponsor. Even I came to know that in case of some of the educational institutions, they are coming and they are funding through their innovation cell, the matrix. So anyhow, the matrix is now dominating. And you can see some of the notable investments recently. Swiggy, the startup is organized by Anand Daniel, then funded by Asal partner. That is, investor is Anand Daniel in Swiggy. Then lending card Snapdeal by Sama Capital. Ola Matrix. Once again, Ola number of investments are there. Matrix is number one. Then Oyo, Lightspeed, Sugi, once again, safe partner. That is third level of funding. We have discussed the seed level, then operational level, first level, second level, likewise. Then Sugi, safe partners, Likewise, Byju's Lightspeed India partners. Now Byju's is going in a different manner. Because of this COVID, most of them are earning high money. Everybody is going and studying with Byju now. In some of the locality in Bangalore, they call it such type of thing. Then Unacademy, Blue Ventures, I think you know. Once again, this Book My Show. Very nice concept, Book My Show. Nobody assumed that it will run nicely, but Book My Show, of course, now the cinema theaters are closed. Slowly they are opening. I think some of you noticed that one. You might have used the Book My Show app. It was fully funded by SAIF partners. And only the equity funding they are asking for that one. Book My Show. It depends upon the new films, everything. They are gaining huge amount in case of the Book My Show. Zomato, Info Edge, then Freshwork, SL Partners, Flipkart once again. Number of person among them one is Axel Partners, Ola Matrix. So you can see when you are seeing this thing, Axel, Matrix, Secure Capital, these are all the people who are funding the very nice organization. That means if your idea is good, if your dream is moving in more than the expected level, these persons are ready to fund you. In case of India, the ASL Matrix, and you can approach them. They are ready to fund, and every month they are running the roadshow of investors. Roadshow means entrepreneurs. Let us see one by one the safe partners. They have backed companies worth over 1 billion. It is also an organization started in 2001. They are mostly investing in IT. Of course, IT and its related products only they are investing. So if you approach them, if you are an IT students, you will get the more funds for you. That is, and they mentioned that the seed stage is up to $35 million and 5 million, sorry, 5 million for seed stage and 35 million for the growth stage. They fix that one. That is very important thing. If you are approaching the safe partners, you maximum limit they are given. So when you are planning with safe partners, you should be very clear how much maximum you can ask with them. That is why you must know that one. Maximum for seed means $5 million they are giving. We are converted into dollars so that uh, you can use it for globally. And most of the funds you can see Just Dial, even with the brand ambassador of Amitabh Bachchan, funded by Saif Partners, Book My Show, Paytm. So they are with some of the unique organizations, Saif, and their total investment value, they made that $1 billion. That is the cap. For if you need more than that one, you can ask others also. You can go for joining hands with 2 or 3 venture capitalists. That is also possible. Only thing, the technical thing you should not reveal, but you are able to reveal application everywhere. And you should have the patent right properly. Next, another one is DFJ India. Of course, it is actually based from US organization. In 1985, it was established in US. Now it is available in India. Famous one is Clear Trip and Bharat Light Power, Live Media. Usually the journalism students and those who are investing in travel and tourism, this area they are covering. Cleartrip.com. So far they have invested around $50 million in India, but their area is restricted to the services, travel and tourism services, live media services, likewise IOG. specific area. So depend upon your dream, it will come. If you are dreaming about the travel and tourism agency, they are ready. But at present, travel and tourism agency is facing lot of problems because of COVID. That's also you have to see. But DFJ is very famous for investments. Of course, there's a failure in Cox and Walks. I think some of you know about that one big travel agency. Of course, it is not funded by them. After that travel, after that Cox and Walks incident only, the concept of DFJ turned towards India. Then fertility growth. They are investing in the healthcare, especially for biotechnology and microbiology students. Healthcare. Their most investments is in the healthcare sector only. And of course, Net Magic, AB, and some of the investments they are not disclosing because they're since they are purely private, they are not ready to disclose the total amount. You can have a deal with that one. It never means that everything is secret. As an entrepreneur, you can have a deal. They won't disclose to that person what type of funding they are entering, whether they are giving for equity funding or whether they are going for debt funding. They won't disclose, but they are funding that one only in case of breach of contract. Then the SEBI guidelines will applicable. Deal, you can move out of that one. So this Fidelity Growth Partners, it is an established company in India, and they are funding mostly for healthcare sector. Of course, in case of COVID issue, there are a number of healthcare. I think it came know that around recently they funded one startup around 50 lakhs, a small organization. Even then they funded around 50 lakhs for them. Fidelity Growth Partners. Then nice thing, there is no need for introduction. SoftBank Venture Capital. Big one, it entered from other country, especially from Japanese firm. Of course, its CEO and CFO were from India once. Even now, CFO is from India. SoftBank Venture, very, very famous one. They will see the potential of your business plan. How much income you are able to get within short period. That is the only USP of the SoftBank. And of course, I think in case of Gujarat, they invested in huge amount. In Gujarat, most of the private startups have been funded by SoftBank. Even in case of South Side, Chennai, some of the healthcare industries, they are funded by the SoftBank. This SoftBank is having the Indian headquarters only in Bangalore, and SoftBank Venture is very famous for IT, that is aggregator model. And if you are having a nice plan, they are inviting you. But only the USP is they never worry about the total money. They will worry about how you are able to do the operational feasibility. That is the plus point in SoftBank. Then here you can see that one, Helen Venture Partners. Here also they are investing only in technology powered consumer services business. And they are from Kanwal, Sandeep Fakun, Kanwal Singh. They are the persons who started this organization with a huge money of 605 million, and they are investing especially in mobile, then internet services, education now. Very important thing is Make My Trip. I think most of you know about the Make My Trip. And since it is coming under the technology powered organization, this Helian Venture is investing in the such type of industry. Very good example is Make My Trip. How the Make My Trip is dominating the others, how it entered into the scenario, how you are using the make my trip for booking the airlines, even the red bus concept. Based upon their view, these people are ready to come forward and they invested huge money in that one. Taxi for sure. In Bangalore, it is there. I think some of you might have noticed. It is also funded by the Helion Venture. So you must know once if you study all those things, you must know all these things for your purpose, whether it is possible to get. Here is another one for the computer science students. We already discussed SL partners. In electronic city, there are a number of startups. All the startups, in my view, I'm saying even all the startups. Of course, majority of the startups, 90% investments are from SL partners. But they will invest in different companies. Say, for example, Book My Show, the SL investment around 25%. Remaining investment is from different person. Likewise, Flipkart here also, Mintra, Sensor, Probe, they used to invest in such type of organization. As well, I already mentioned how you are using technology to generate new age money. They used to call it as new age money. They will clearly find out, okay, here our Ajit created a new software. Whether the Ajit is able to survive in future, that is the concept of the Excel partners, and it is owned by 3%. Subrata Mitra, Prashant Prakash, and Mahendran Balachandran. And these CEO, I think you might have seen in case of that video, one of the person is Prashant Prakash is also sitting in that video, but he has not funded in that, uh, I think in that process. Prashant Prakash. He visited our campus also, and these persons they'll identify the new age. Whether your app will come for the next level quickly. That is the core aim of the Excel partners. It depends upon the upcoming one. They never see about the old one. They will see about the new one. Then the Karthik Reddy and Sanjay Nath fam, Blue Ventures. Very important thing. They invested in Printo, that is Exotel also, mostly mobile application. If you are having nice mobile application, they are ready to invest. Once again, it is also for media also. Blue Venture invested in EK Communication, which is involving in entirely journalism and media. Because most of them are now buying the news by paying only. They are not using their own news reporters. They are depending upon somebody else, but all the news are coming to your channel. So all the news are now rated and priced. So these blue ventures are giving importance to such type of thing, of course, plus mobile. So journalism students, this will be very much useful. The blue ventures, you can approach the blue ventures for the purpose of getting the money, provided your investment is going in the direction of either media or with software sectors or combined one. And you can see they will go for seed money only for 0.05 million. That is very limited amount only they will give for seed. Of course, for remaining thing, it will go up to 1.5 million. And they are coming for all the levels. Seed level funding is also given. Second level funding, early stage funding is also given. That is the startup. Then A series, B series. C weak they won't do. Next one, you can see that. Yes. the biggest one. Recently it ranks number one. Secure Capital. I think you might have seen this person in that video. He used to run here and there in that video of venture capital. He visited Bangalore. Even I think 2 years back he visited our campus also. The Shailendra Singh. Of course, it was founded by two persons, Shailesh Lakhani and Shailendra Singh. That Shailendra Singh used to visit our campus, I think 2 or 3 years back. Mm. And he clearly mentioned that even he is ready to invest in energy sector. Of course, Just Dial is very famous in technology side. Bank Bazaar, IOG, they used to identify the payback period only. Secure Capital used to find out whether the payback period is limited. They are ready to invest. You can see their investment ranges from even $1 lakh to $1 million in seed stage. Huge investment. If your idea is very big, if you want to have a very big agriculture unit, also you can go for that one. If you want to produce the biogas, now the biogas plant, even solar thing is very popular. For that purpose, they are ready to invest energy. Even in case of petroleum products, they are investing that one. That is a secure capital. More investments are done by this organization in India because they clearly identify the startups. If you are unable to run, they will take over and give to somebody else. They won't close that one. They are having a nice plan to shift over to others. That is how these people are doing secure capital. Then the Nexus Venture, and their investment is also based upon the agriculture and rural. Of course, they are involving in all these things because, as usual, but Nexus Venture partners are very famous in agriculture, and it is from the Anup Gupta. I think some of you heard about that one. They invested in Mysore, nearby places, even the farm islands. Farm island means it's not an island, but agriculture place. They created some of the trees, they planted trees, and they mentioned that after 25 years they are going to sell those trees and gain money. These type of new plants. Even they invested in agriculture business in Mandia, outsourced that one. They are giving seed also, not seed capital, but physical seed also for the agriculture business. And they tied up with each Opel of ITC. In ITC company, there is one platform called each Opel, which the farmers can directly connected with the internet. And these people are investing that one because according to them, Anup Gupta, they mentioned that in future the agriculture sector is going to fetch more income. Even now, the COVID period when there was a lockdown, we had to depend upon the agriculture. Some of the agriculture persons become rich suddenly because of the COVID lockdowns. Some of the people become poor and poor. But you can see these people are identifying the agriculture business. Even plus, as usual, these IT companies, Snapdeal, Housing, Scalar, Pubmetric, Delivery. So these things they are investing, and as usual, here also they will invest only for 0.5 million as the seed capital. Second capital, they will invest more. Then we have already discussed the safe partners. Very big one, safe partners recently. Okay. In addition to these type of investors, that is venture capital, even the banks. Here is an example of National Agriculture and Development Bank, National Bank for Rural Agriculture and Development, NABARD. They are also having venture capital fund for those people ready to do in agriculture or in rural area. If you are ready to do any business in rural area, NABARD is ready to set up. They allotted around 700 crore funds. Out of that, they are investing to the agriculture. So if you are having nice idea in agriculture or related field, if you want to involve your people from rural background, this NABARD is now ready to finance you. They are having around 700 crores. Of course, all the 700 crores you won't give. This total fund is 700 crores. They are ready to allot for the agriculture startup and for the rural startups in different places. That is their USP. And they introduced that one. I think the recent report states that they are also doing well in case of agriculture startup. I think I forget one of the agriculture company from Bangalore, which is doing the process with applied agriculture processing zone. They are getting huge startup money from that one. What they are doing, they are getting the flowers. The cut flowers are exported to other country through our Bangalore International Airport. And this agriculture firm is fully depending upon the farmers who are planting the different varieties of flowers. Flowers they are getting and they are exporting, especially not only the regular flowers, now they are exporting even the cut flowers also. That market is huge and they are investing in those persons. As well as in case of pulp, mango pulp for food processing zone. Some of the students, since you are all science students, you may have the startup industry of the pulp, mango pulp, apple pulp, everything. Even the tomato sauce making units. NABARD is giving fund for this purpose. One of our students who is running a tomato soup manufacturing unit he got huge fund from the NABARD only. He received around 65 lakhs as the seed capital for making tomato soup. He is supplying to major star hotels, not for public, only for the star hotels. He is doing that one. For that purpose, he got the seed money from the NABARD. Next, we used to call it as angel investors. We used angel investors means the person who are investing directly at the time of seed capital. Maybe they are having huge money with them. They will directly identify you and they will fund you also directly. If you are posted in the India Innovation Council website, let us assume like that. If your idea is good, this angel investor will provide the seed fund to you and they will give till the growth of your business. And it is a very prominent one. It is a very big network. They are having number of persons and you can see that one they are having a network at present. They are having 50 billion with them and they are ready to invest in whatever the nature of the company. They won't worry about this is an agriculture, this is non-agriculture industry, nothing. These angel investors are seeing the potential of your plan, directly come to invest. And you can see main thing is web engage, pretty secret. These are all some of the organizations created by the angel network, but different persons. Number of persons, especially from Gujarat, and if even from some people from Andhra joined hands, and they are providing that one. That is how different venture capitalists are doing. Let us see the venture capitalist wave in India. In 2000 only, this dot-com wave started. So by 2000, most of them assume that only the dot com dot com companies are able to survive. So IT companies they used to fund more in 2000, but in 2005 some changes have been done. You can see the cross-border funds also entered into India. So most of the companies outside India they used to find out potential in India and entered in 2010 to 12. Most angel investors entered into business because they identify the plan, they used to invest, and even they used to get the technology by paying you. They invested. Fourth wave, big wave, what is going on now? That's what I told. Now, if your plan is 90% okay, you will get more funds. Funding is not a big task nowadays, provided if your plan is good. If your MVP, minimum viable product, is good, as well as you are able to control the band rate, anybody is now ready to give fund. That's what we don't know what happened to Indian markets. We are having very good startup funds and venture capitalists in India. That is why it has been mentioned like placing a bet. And even the now big organizations they are coming forward and investing for the venture capital. This is a very interesting thing. TCS, Wipro, Infosys, all these organizations are coming to help the entrepreneurs by providing even seed capital and taking over you also. If you are having a nice software, you can join hands with TCS also. No, TCS introduced 100 crore India Innovation Fund. See that 100 crore India Innovation Fund is available with TCS. You can get the fund. It is, of course, it is mostly motored by the NASCOM under the ICC knowledge platform. So the IT students, MCA, MSc Computer Science students, now you are having more thing. TCS, you can join hands with TCS and you can use the incubation cell of the TCS and your business is mostly welcome. Provided they will provide the platform for doing your business, the revenue will be shared. That is depends upon your deal of negotiation. Then Wipro also. Wipro is giving not only for IT but everywhere. I think you know the Asim Premji Foundation. Nice. His vision itself is like that. That is why, in case of Wipro, they earmarked around $100 million for startup. You can join hands with them, do work along with them, yarn along with them. Infosys around 15 million. They already invested for the venture capital. And Infosys Innovation Fund 500 million. See that one recently in case of Infosys also they are telling same thing. Startup want to start, come to Infosys. We are ready to provide you everything. Say that one. After the NASCOM introduced the concept of digital entrepreneurs. They used to call it as digital entrepreneurs. If you are a digital entrepreneur, come to us. We are ready to invest. That's what now the big corporates are saying. TCS, everybody, they are saying. So that is the structure of the venture capitalist in India. So finance is easy provided if your mindset works well. Let us go to a very good example, an interesting example from the venture capital. Okay. I have you heard about a game called Kabaddi? Anybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Only Justin is saying. Others, I think you are ready to sleep. Huh? Kabaddi game. You know cricket well. You know soccer well.
Yes, sir. Kabaddi. I know.
Kabaddi. Yes, Ajit. Have you played Kabaddi?
Yes, sir.
Where? When you are in school.
Yes, sir.
Good. Ajit knows that one. Huh? Any other Kabaddi, Kabaddi, Kabaddi? It is a very famous one.
Yes, sir. We know.
Yes, even Kirtana played. Hmm. I think one movie, seen one very old movie based upon that Kabaddi game. It was introduced by India only in Olympics. Of course, only once India won the Kabaddi game. But you know, the Ritish Agarwal, Oyo, he faced lot of problems recently after this. Some of the hotelers they charge sheeted Oyo because due to COVID period, most of the hotels are not booked. They are not coming. Then they introduced that concept for the purpose of the quarantine, home quarantine. They are using these type of rooms. So they face the problem. So this Ritish Agarwal created and he contributed fund to Kabaddi Ada, that too based on Bangalore. You heard about IPL, even you heard about Premier League in football, but he introduced the Kabaddi League also. I think even now it is going on in Bangalore, Kabaddi League. Today I seen the Hyderabad match, hmm, but we are seeing the IPL match going in UAE. This Kabaddi Ada is a new concept introduced by a group of persons. And you know, in 2019, they introduced, and this fellow is ready to invest in Kabaddi. They asked, why you are going to invest in Kabaddi? Everybody is very much with cricket, even football. Football, most of them are liking. The soccer tournament is the very big one. Only in case of India, we are favoring cricket. But most of the European countries, you can see football ranked number one. Soccer tournament is very famous. These Ardhra Ventures. Ardhra Venture is the venture capital firm. Anirudh Daman is the CEO. The, he funded the Kabaddi Aga. You know, he also funded OYO. Small undisclosed investment Ardhra Ventures made in OYO once upon a time. And he transformed the OYO finally. But now OYO is also investing in Kabaddi. This Ardhra Ventures, a private firm owned by Anirudh Damani, is also investing in Kabaddi. How he identified the potential of Kabaddi game, I don't know. You may know about that one. You can see that one when a person interviewed him, Anirudh, he mentioned that apart from cricket, Kabaddi commands a 70% viewership share for sports in India. I don't know. I have not seen that one. I hope some of you might have seen. But usually, when I was a kid, I used to play, but now we are not playing. Hmm. You can ask our physical director also. Hmm. But you can see 70% of the viewership share for sports in India. It has a huge loyal fan base both in North and South. They introduced the Pro Kabaddi League, PKL. You know about the Shah Rukh Khan. Shah Rukh Khan is investing in IPL. What is the team owned by Shah Rukh Khan? Shah Rukh Khan team.
Kolkata, sir.
Yes, he is from Mumbai, but he invested in Kolkata Knight Riders. Same thing. But this likewise, he invested in Pro Kabaddi League and venture capital identified a Pro Kabaddi League and invested that huge money. The reason he mentioned that is vision. Why I am telling, even the venture capitalists are now having the vision to develop some of the business. This is a very interesting thing that he had developed the kabaddi game. I like IPL here he is calling us PKL. He has invested more fund in kabaddi. You know, the seed money for Pro Kabaddi League is 1.5 crores. Everybody asked, is it feasible? He mentioned that it is feasible. He is only an investor, venture capitalist, but he invested with a new startup for pro kabaddiada.com. I hope you might have seen or you can visit the kabaddiada.com, the matches around that one. Even this type of funding is now going on. The venture capitalist not only depends upon the profit, they are also seeing the development of some of the games. He is saying that once the Kabaddi Ada will be famous. This is taken in 2019. First, it was introduced in 2019. 1 year back, he created a very good page for Kabaddi Ada and he planned according to the ventures. The ventures are from only in Bangalore. You can see this venture capitalist is working along with the startups to run Pro Kabaddi League. See that one today. I have seen that one. That is the Kabaddi match between Maharashtra and Rajasthan. I have not seen one. Suddenly I came to know that one. I opened that one and go through that one in 2020. They are giving importance for the games. A group in Karnataka, that too in Bangalore, Kabaddi Ada. But these are getting suddenly a fund of 1.5 crores through the venture capital. How they might have presented the Kabaddi Ada to the venture capitalist, that is the first surprise. Then, how far this person, the venture capitalist, is ready to fund in Kabaddi match. Cricket, football is very famous. Even hockey, once upon a time, hockey is said to be the Indian game. It is also famous. But Kabaddi they identified and they are investing. You can see that one. This is the page of Kabaddi Ada and they are investing that one. You can see that one. This is the Kabaddi Ada entrepreneur, which is funded by this organization. They mentioned that they are having the group in WhatsApp existing subscribe 10,000 plus and you can invest 99 rupees. See that one. How the venture capitalists are moving towards the new era. Dear students, the reason is this Kabaddi Ada created a new platform among the rural people. They wish to create an image for the rural people. In Bangalore, we are not seeing, but I came to know that some of the rural places, not some majority of the rural places, now this match is spreading because most of them are in home due to COVID attack. And this match, Kabaddi, is gaining momentum. And this match is not telecasted by any major serials. Only through the WhatsApp, only through the Telegram channel, they are linking the video matches, and it is very popular now. Main income for Kabaddi Ada is only from advertisement. And a person is investing in Kabaddi Ada as a venture capital. See that one. These are all the new trends coming. Without a newspaper, journalism students may disagree with me. Without newspaper, without TV channels, they are creating a platform for kabaddi match. They are recording the kabaddi match between two theories or two places, and they are telecasting through the WhatsApp channel or Telegram channel through the to the rural people. And in that channel, you can see the advertisement. Their income is only the advertisement. For taking the video and putting in the WhatsApp through the YouTube channel, and one of the venture capitalists funded 1.5 crores. Then you might have seen how this entrepreneur might have showcased his talent to this person. That is the success of venture capital. We can't say that only the high fee business will move. Even a small business, even a small thing is able to attract a good money at present through the venture capital. It depends upon you, not others. So, dear students, how you are going to impress others with your expression. That is the venture capital. I hope you are also able to do. I will chart out the plan for your presentation and I will put up in the WhatsApp group. So today, for second hour question is, you are going to comment whether this Kabaddi Ada will be successful or not. Only three answers you can give. One thing, it won't be successful. Second thing, definitely it will give income. Third one, it will be a huge success. Either three answers you can post. Based upon that, we will see whether this venture investment is doing well or not. Okay. Thank you. Any other questions? Okay, students. So we'll wind up. We'll meet on Thursday. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.